Welcome to RollFare, a D&D podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We appreciate it. And as always, we're going to start off with introducing ourselves. My name is Devin. I'm the Dungeon Master.
I'm Ryan, and I'm playing Alton, the Tiefling Warlock.
I'm Brad, playing Arden, the Wizard.
I'm Kayla, playing Kaiji, the Tabaxi Swashbuckler.
I am Austin, playing the Sheru, the one and only cleric.
I'm Ben, I'm playing Raina the Ranger.
I'm Sarah, I'm playing Asar, the Fire Genasi Sorcerer.
And I'm Will, I'll be playing Tristan, the Arcane Trickster Rogue.
Ooh. Oh, you're not doing the phantom thing or whatever?
No.
Okay, thanks for introducing everyone there. So last time, the party had just finished beating up some baddies, and Rainer had a vision, and in the aftermath of that vision, several were watching over him, and Alton, Arden, and Sharu were looting what they could find in this temple. So we pick up with the other four who were watching after Rainer.
No, Raina was just kind of leaning back against the beast that we killed, head up, just kind of breathing and taking a sip of water every now and then. But he's starting to calm down a lot more at this point.
Does this happen to you when you kill beasts?
I've had a lot of things happen when I hunt beasts. This was definitely a first for me. That will definitely go into the vault of nightmares that I cycle through on a nightly basis.
I can imagine that it would. Do you think that there's hope? Do you think we can find out whatever this oracle meant?
I honestly think we were given a lot of good information. We essentially know something devastating will be happening, and though we don't know the specifics, we do know that there will be sacrifices needed to protect us from this destruction. I think that helps us. It gives us a good one-up. We need to keep an eye out. We don't know what may happen, but opportunities always arise. We do need to we need to keep our wits about us. Try and maybe look into it a bit more, see if there are clues. Maybe things are already occurring that are under the surface, things we haven't yet seen or heard of that might help us find a conclusion.
Well, sorry, I don't mean to bring it up. You rest as much as you need.
Yes. No. I think I'm doing okay now. I had a purpose for coming here, and I do think I need to get to that. I need to confirm that I may have lost another friend.
The monster said something about Vatha? Was that?
I asked. Vatha was a friend of mine, the mother of the children of the blacksmith.
Oh.
She was a good friend, and so I need to make absolutely sure before I go back to them with that kind of news.
He very well might have been bluffing.
It's entirely possible. I was the one that mentioned it first, and it could have been simply a matter of pushing me beyond to force us into confrontation.
Oh, we can hope.
So I just, I get myself up and kind of stabilize myself, and then I start to go about searching for any sign, anything recognizable that may have been one of Vatha's personal belongings that I might confirm.
While I was searching the bodies, did I find any sign of Jalen or anyone else we were looking for?
No.
Okay.
So no sign of them. And what's your investigation check?
21.
21.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you are searching, you kind of search around the whole compound. One thing that you notice as you're kind of looking is that Shelkosh is tending to
Tethys.
Tethys. Thank you. And goodness gracious, you guys help me with the other name.
Locamus?
Locamus. Goodness. Yeah, Locamus is tending to the beetles. They are still there, and you see the others kind of investigating some things. And as you come to the temple proper, where the dragon is, you see what looks to be a very bloody section here. And as you look at that section, you notice that what looks to be a symbol of something that you've never seen before. You see kind of near this, just kind of a small, it's a broken amulet at this point, but kind of putting it together, you see the symbol of, it's a square amulet, a rectangle amulet rather, and it's got writing on the top and the bottom. And the symbol itself is 3 spears rising upwards, and the skulls of humans being pierced through. And the writing, let me pull that up real quick.
Well, while you're pulling that up, Alton lets the group know we've got some money. I didn't count Tethys and Shelkosh and Mokamish, but the rest of us get 214 copper, 117 silver, and 4 gold.
You're gonna have to say that again.
That includes Tristan. 214 copper.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Let me know when you're ready to listen. Arden.
Yeah, I'm ready to listen in a second. I don't know why I went on to that.
You can probably get to that in a minute if you're
I
ready.
think Arden's having a
Sounds good.
senior moment.
Yeah, so I've got this ready.
Sorry.
So the writing that you see on here, it is in, I believe you do speak Abyssal, right?
Yep.
So it's in Abyssal. And on there, you see, on the top it says Force and Ruin. On the bottom it says Control and Wrath.
Okay.
4 platinum. Got it.
While he's looking around.
Hang on, I think that
Okay,
was
go ahead.
done.
Is it possible something that I may recognize?
You've never seen this symbol before.
This is quite odd. I will hold on to this one for later.
Oh, and I'm holding on to the leftover coins. That's my administrative fee.
Nice. Finder's fee.
It's
I am
like 2
going.
more copper.
I'm going to kind of
Hey,
look
it's
around, see if there's anything of an altar left for where this temple is.
Okay. So with that investigation check you had, you do see that there was an altar at one point here. It's kind of, smashed, it looks like, from where the dragon collided. You see pieces kind of strewn about. But you don't pick up on anything that indicates Vatha in this area.
Okay. I take a silver piece and I just put it on the altar, kind of like, almost like a thank you for the vision, essentially. Just an internal feeling like this was something that was given to me and I'm going to give something back. And I place that on whatever upright part of the altar might still exist and walk back to the group.
Okay. Sounds good. So you were gonna say something.
Yeah, well, while Rainer's off doing that, I'm going to turn to Asar and say, perhaps some of the people in this group could use some of your divine healing as a cleric. I believe there's a couple of prisoners that we need to check on, and one or two of them are walking around. I don't remember if there was a third one, or I heard like a third name or something, but I haven't seen a third person around.
Yes, they are former friends. We traveled with them for a bit.
Oh,
I can try to attend to them. I'm pretty dry of divine magic at the moment until we rest a bit. But I can see what I can do to help.
I have some natural healing, if I can be of assistance.
Yes, that would be lovely. Would you like to accompany me?
Yes.
Devin, would you say we've had a short rest at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll some hit die then.
Okay. So you guys go looking for Tethys, Shelkosh, and Lokamish. And you find Shelkosh having tended to Tethys. He is up, sitting. He looks a little worse for wear, but alive and doing okay. And you see Lokamish tending to the beetles as well. He's just checking them for any damage. You see him kind of scraping the shells. They're chitting a little bit, cleaning it, but besides that, nothing too crazy. Do you go up to any of them?
I'll go up to Shelkosh and just ask, is there anything we can do to assist you?
Child, I appreciate it, but I have taken care of Tethys here. I appreciate you coming to our aid. You've saved us twice now, and it was timely that Rainer brought my holy symbol back to me so that I could cast these spells for Tethys here. But I think we'll be okay. Of course, we could use your aid in getting back to the Pumongo Oasis. It's been quite a trip.
Does it normally happen that there's this much rough patches and caravan trips?
I mean, all caravan trips are dangerous, but we've never had this run of bad luck so frequently at one time. So definitely hasn't been a good week, but we're alive. The three of us at least are. Can't say the rest for our other 9 compatriots that traveled with us.
Oh, are they around here? Should we perform a service for them?
Well, that beast ate them whole.
Oh. I'm very sorry.
So am I. I've never seen its like before, but I don't know what kind of creature would devour the entire body of another humanoid like that. But he did so gleefully. And our guards and our scribe are gone. Fortunately, we were being saved for something. Probably a different time to feast. But I don't know why we were spared. You see Tethys look up and he just rubs his head, and you see him, some tears kind of coming down, and he says, "These people that I've lost were some of my deepest friends. And I think it's certainly given me reason to cease my travels. But we will see. Thank you for coming.
Yes, certainly. Let's get you back to the Oasis as soon as possible. Yes.
Yes, that would be good.
Kaji,
Yes.
if I can borrow a moment of your time.
Oh, certainly.
Kind of pull you away from the group and find a little quiet alcove somewhere. As I understand it, I believe you mentioned that you were with the Treasures of the Sand, or was it the Sandstorm's Revenge?
I'm part of the crew of the Sandstorm's Revenge. We work with the Treasures of the Sand. It's sort of a partnership. We're on sea, you are on land, basically.
Right. And as I understood it, it was you that came out after me.
Yes. My unit, my crew, was sent to offer backup, I guess, to help you structure the revolt. But my crew I was sent with was ambushed along the way. I don't know where anyone else is. I don't know if they were captured and sold or executed or just killed in the battle immediately. Honestly, I didn't get a chance to see anything. I was taken long before the fighting even started. But regardless, I found a new crew of sorts, a unit for now. And I was lucky enough that they helped accompany me to save you. It looks like we were foiled on both ends of this endeavor.
Hey, we made it out of there alive. I see it as a victory. Would you say that this group is trustworthy, more or less?
Honestly, I don't know yet. I'm very glad they helped me. I trust, especially Rainer and the Tsar. Rainer's the one that saved me and the Tsar.
Mm.
But I worry about, I don't know, especially Sheru. He means the best, but he writes down everything in that book.
That could become a liability at some point.
Exactly. All it has to be done is stolen and then translated by a wizard or cleric or someone, and then it gets published, and then your whole operation is in jeopardy. I don't want to tell him anything, and he claimed, "Oh, I have a secret book," but how secret is a book?
It's not very secret.
It's still written in black and white. I mean, I couldn't read it, but there's somebody somewhere knows the language and will translate it, and
Or some major scholar will come along
Exactly.
and be able to
can't take that
just rewrite through it.
chance.
I do understand. What about the other two, Arden and Altan?
Arden seems harmless enough. I mean, he thinks he's friends with everybody, so that's a plus, I guess.
Okay, so he's very charismatic and willing to open his mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't know if I've been 100% honest with... I know I haven't been 100% honest with the group, but I feel like I really trust you. And especially with you coming out, risking your life to save mine. And with your word, I would feel comfortable sharing everything that I know with Rainer and Asar. But the other two or three, it kind of seems like they might be liabilities if we tell them.
Agreed. I mean, Rainer apparently knows people everywhere. He might. And he supports the cause. I mean, that's why he freed me in the first place. I'm
Which
sure he
speaks
would...
measures to his character.
Right, I'm sure he would be a great help. But I worry. So if, I mean, you can tell him what you know if you get the chance, but I really do worry, especially about the head cases.
So let me ask you, what do you know about the treasures of the sand?
I know that...
Are we being overheard?
Make a perception check. Is anyone trying to listen?
Nope.
Yes.
If I'm nearby, sure.
I deliberately tried to pull us away off into an alcove.
Yeah, I'm doing the
Off around the
detect
corner.
magic to see what the stuff with Shrew's got while they're doing this. So
I've just gone back to the beast, just kind of having an innate understanding of its origins. I wanted to kind of inspect it and get a look of things, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably not very close, but I rolled a 17 perception.
And what did you...
I got a 24 for perception.
Okay.
I got a 6.
So you notice him kind of peeking in, trying to listen. You do not.
Honestly, I'm sure you know more about the treasures of the sand than I do. I'm sure you've been with them long enough that I don't need to say anything.
What's your passive insight?
yeah, that's gonna say insight check on that.
Passive insight is a passive insight 14.
That's how you pick up on it.
Really good.
Yeah, it's definitely a very unique group. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, maybe I need some water myself here.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad that we found you in one piece. I wish you well on your journey back.
Do you two need some water or something? I hear you both coughing over there.
Yeah, my water skins are getting a little low. Rainer had a few sips, and it's getting a little low here for me, but I think I'm okay for now. Take another swig.
Very nice for you to have concern.
Well, this coin is also burning a hole in my pocket, so you need to take your share.
Oh, thank you. Remind me how many...
Do it again.
Let's see.
4 gold.
117 silver,
Yeah.
214 copper.
Yes.
Oh, good, I remembered correctly.
Exactly. That.
4 gold. Great, thanks.
117 silver?
And I accept tips.
Oh, this is very generous of you. Thank you. I'll take 3 of my silver and hand it back to you.
All right.
Generous. Are you having any other conversations with these two?
No, just walking off to kind of short rest up or whatever you
Okay.
call that.
So going back to you were heading back to the beast. Make a perception check with advantage.
19.
Okay. So as you are walking back towards the beast, you notice that pillar, that this one here that's just kind of on the way back to it. You notice what looks to be a simple depiction of a man that is. It shows him kind of marching across the land, and behind him a wake of fire. And as you stare at this, it catches your eye because it seems like it's moving for a moment. And as you look and continue to see it, it grows brighter and brighter. And you see that man moving forward, and the face turns towards you, and it is elfin in elvish in features, and it has burning red hair. And as it turns towards you, it's almost like you're trapped in another vision. You see its face and its aura kind of glow in a flame, and it simply says, "Seek me." And you see, it's not so much that you hear it; it's more that it's like emblazoned in your mind. And as you kind of shake your head, you see that it kind of goes back to normal, but you realize that all of that was written in Celestial.
Ooh.
But as you look at the image, do you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay. So you would be familiar enough with what Draconic looks like.
Yeah.
You can see that this is Draconic text, and none of that, what you just saw, is on this pillar.
Does anyone speak Draconic here?
Oh, I do. I rush
I
over.
say in Draconic. I do. I do.
Yes, could you, one of you, give me some help here?
Mine.
My
You can have this one. I found some
vision's a bit off. I just, not as brushed up on my Draconic as I would have hoped. Yes.
So I go over there. I can also read Celestial.
Okay. So as you come over and you look at this, you see on this pillar. Let me get to what specifically would be on.
No, I want to double check what you're reading. Make sure you're reading it right. That's all. So I'm going to be standing next to you, like,
Asal pokes her head over your shoulder.
and I'm going to instantly cast as a ritual. I can do it once per day. The comprehend languages.
Okay.
Just so I can
Go ahead and do it.
kind of see if I don't want to
So
one up me.
as you look at this, go ahead and just make a quick religion check for me with advantage.
You two could arm wrestle for it, or maybe measure staves again.
23.
Okay. So as you take a look at this, you're able to read it easily enough. It is simply a pillar of the teachings of Juanabi. And those teachings are truth, reverence, compassion, loyalty, and patience. And then the various aspects of each of those written in Draconic. Condensed versions, of course. You can't write everything of those teachings, but you don't see anything celestial, nothing like that.
Hey, Asar, this might be helpful for you in your studies of being Junabi's cleric.
No, it's Juninabi.
Junabi's cleric.
I thought it was Junabi. What?
I'm sorry, it's what now?
She's the cleric of. Never mind.
This is the teachings of Junabi, truth and justice and all that stuff.
And the American way?
Patience. And the Silix way.
Yeah, okay, so...
You
I
didn't
just-
write it down exactly as it says?
That's
just read it.
exactly what I thought I saw
I'm so confused.
on the pillar. Of course, you should help me kind of learn my Draconic a little better next time, though.
Yes, we can sit down every night, spend 10, 15 minutes just studying some Draconic.
Honestly, I would not be opposed to that.
Wonderful. Anyone else would like to join in the sessions?
Oh yes, let me write my name on your little line. I'd love to sign up for your class.
Yes, please do.
You...
He apparently is not aware of sarcasm.
No.
That is one thing that we now know about Shirley.
I'm sorry, I've had this problem before. The doors are very sarcastic, and I was oblivious to many things. So was that sarcasm?
You'd think you would have picked it up if you were with the dwarves.
You'd think.
No, I don't want to learn your language.
Oh,
Sure, in case you missed that was again sarcasm.
oh, so she does want to learn the language.
No, no.
Wonderful.
No, she was sarcastic and being sarcastic about being sarcastic.
That shell seems to be a little too thick.
Or too tight.
I was thinking too tight.
Should you really be teaching the language? I thought that only certain people could learn it.
This is one of the things I have. Uvamar is great. He is a little bit too strict,
That's
I think.
debatable.
He's very strict on who knows magic and whatnot, and as long as you use knowledge appropriately, good, then I see no problem with people wielding magic. Even I would like it to be more structured. My own personal opinion, if you are using magic for good, you are good, and I trust you people. You guys, we fought together, and I've seen you being with you guys. I have been enjoying myself adventuring with you all.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Teach me some of this here magic stuff.
Sure.
Be careful, he might actually put money in his mouth.
I would pay money to see it.
So was there other draconic writings around the ruins?
Yes, there was. It's fantastic. I
Yeah.
found some spells.
Well,
Interesting.
Very, very fascinating.
I found this this bow.
Oh yeah, let's see if it's magic.
So then
It
take the 10 minutes.
resembles the picture of a Junabi hunting in the temple. I assume it's magic because I found it in the temple of Junabi. It looks similar, you know.
It's beautiful workmanship. It's made of bronze, but it's brushed like wood. That's
Thank
fascinating.
you. I appreciate that.
That's
great.
It does take a bit of skill to sculpt bronze in such a way.
Oh yeah, before I
I've
do this,
noticed
can I see your black book for just a second?
Go right ahead.
I have comprehend languages up, so
Okay. So
I want to see what I can
Message I
read.
sent you?
I didn't.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
in Slack?
Yeah, Messenger. I can describe it. You open it. The first few pages, they're secrets. It's stuff like little Jimmy has a crush on Samantha. Stuff like that. As you get in, about 10 or so pages in, you come across an entry where it is about 15 lines. And each line, you have what looks like a random assortment of letters and numbers. And it varies from groups of 1 to 10. So you have like a group of 3, 3, 3, 3 on the first line. Next line will be a group of 7, 7, 7 letters. And that's that. And then scattered throughout, there's a couple of these pages where there's this sort of weird letter number symbol going on. But most the ones that you can read, they're very non-consequential secrets.
In Abyssal, I want to write Arden was here.
So I don't know if he reads
see-
Abyssal or
I
not.
can actually.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping there would be something.
Hey, get the dirty pen out of my book.
You now have an extra secret.
All right.
And then from what I can remember, I want to kind of write what he had with my magic quill on just in one of the pages I have.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wait, none of that.
No, I don't want him to know, though.
Sure.
Sleight of hand, do I notice?
I'm not going to do it like right now.
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
wait. And
When
then
you
if I can remember.
Maybe while he's
So-
on watch and you're
But
asleep. or
other than that, I want to do
something.
detect magic and take the 10 minutes and then see if I can see what.
Okay.
around.
So we'll get to the detect magic
Yeah.
in a moment.
Okay.
Was anyone else doing anything?
Oh, I want to pull out that jar of ointment stuff. I'm gonna open it. I'm just gonna sniff it.
Okay.
Maybe taste it, depending on what I smell.
No, call. Yeah, out of the corner of my eye.
Wait for the ritual.
So I would say as you pull this out, it smells really like a sweet smell. And as you pull it out, you see Shelkosh. She comes back over, kind of holding Tethys, and she says, "Where did you get that?
I found it in the temple.
That's a special ointment of Amanji.
Oh, what does it do?
It's meant for healing."
Wow. You just like put it on the wounds and.
Yeah. So what this specifically is, she tells you, you're able to apply it to a wound or, as a salve of some sort, and you're able to regenerate your wounds as well as be cured of diseases
Huh.
and poisons. So what this is, item-wise, it's the Keotom's ointment, according to the...
There's a generic one called restorative ointment. That's the same exact thing. And when you said ointment, I looked it up and like that's what it is.
Well, this one's specifically this. It's so it has 5 doses, and it bear with me. It will do 2d8 healing plus 2 hit points. 2d8 plus 2.
Nice.
And if you use it, you cease to be poisoned, and you're cured of any disease.
Nice. And I'm going to change the name to the name you had. What was that name?
Keotom's ointment.
That's cool. So it's
No, the one that you said the... Who's God?
Manji.
Amanji. I'm just changing the name, that's all.
So it's like a cure wounds and a lesser restoration mixed together.
Only 5 doses. If you're lucky, I rolled a 4 on a d4.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, that sounds
So
like
sure, we're
useful.
going to start these magic lessons here.
Yes, of course. Come, sit down. And I pull out some extra papers and start writing in Draconic. We'll start with the alphabet. And
I know the alphabet.
in Draconic. You need to know Draconic for magic.
Wait, weren't we
A,
just saying we needed to get
B,
back to the Pumago Oasis?
C.
We can do this. Yes, we can. Sure.
I'll teach you while we travel.
Later, when
It's
we camp
midday
out
right now,
tonight.
isn't it?
Yeah, you guys got here pretty early in the morning, so I'd say probably midday, maybe a little after.
Yeah, let's get taken
Definitely
care
some
of
time
with
for
this
travel.
this bow and then get moving.
So, your detect magic.
Mhm.
This lights up as a magical thing, and so does the bow. And
Wait, so the salve,
yes,
whatever, and then the bow. Okay.
and then you also get a, what's the range on that?
30 feet,
30 feet.
I think.
You get an indication of a magical aura, about kind of in that center section of the, right in there, of the ruins. And the specific school of magic is divination.
And then the School of Magic of the Bow.
There's no school. It's just magical.
Okay.
The bow is magic. I'm going to check this other thing out.
I'm just going to run and go see, check out.
Okay. So as you get in there, you find a small ring that it's kind of got a brass color around it, and in along the head, or not the head, the kind of where the jewel would be. You see what looks to be a carved brass image of some sort of what looks to be like a mind. In realistic terms, it would look like a brain, but anatomy and whatnot
Sure.
of this time, not sure exactly what that means, but that's kind of what you see.
And it's divination.
Just out of curiosity, for my own curiosity, when he does detect magic, does Alton's tattoo light up at all to him?
Do you have something that would cause it to?
Well, there's now like the markings on it from his patron and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just curious if that would show up as from
Oh,
detect magic. Or
I see what you're saying. I would say yeah.
It says a faint aura around any visible creature or object.
Did it light up like
That
when
bears
they
magic.
first met?
Well, I was gonna say he
So,
identified
yes.
these 3 as magical the first day, so
Oh yeah, okay.
he,
Should be the
he
same.
probably just factors that in every time.
Yeah, it's kind of like, whatever.
Old news.
Yeah, old news. So, oh man. Really tempted to put this on my finger and I'll pocket it.
Sounds good.
So tempted to.
Okay. And that is what you guys find. Unless you guys are doing anything else here.
Asa is going to see everyone running about and being useful and reading languages and finding items, and her expression is just going to fall further and further and further down, and her eyes kind of glaze over and they kind of shine just a tad, and she's just going to wander around the camp, read the pillars, because she can read Draconic and Celestial, and just try to see if there's anything that she can do to help her continue her lie, I guess.
Okay. So you're able to read through these things. You find the teachings of Juanabi. You find similar things to what was seen before on some of the spells. You see the depiction of the bow and the hunt. And it's all, fun, it's exciting, but for whatever reason you feel downcast.
She's going to rejoin the group and, in a small voice at first, but then try to catch everyone's attention. Excuse me, I think it would be appropriate if we did something with the monster that devoured our friends.
Didn't he disappear too when he died?
He did.
Oh, did he die?
I thought you did. No, you said that it's common for them too, but this one didn't.
No, many fiends disappear,
Oh, okay.
but this one is still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he rested against him. Okay.
What did you have in mind?
I'm
Burn
not
him or
sure.
something?
I mean, we
Just,
do have fire,
just
I don't
Alton
think
would be
putting up a
excited.
big smoke signal would be the greatest idea.
I'm. If we take some time to rest, I could prepare a spell. It's called ceremony, and it's often used to lay people to rest.
I think it might be nice for Tethys and his people to say goodbye.
Shelkosh says, I will prepare that as well, and we can have a funeral of sorts. And let the spirits of those who have been slain here pass on.
Are we going to do the ceremony now or tomorrow?
I don't have the magical capacity to do it. That fight took all my magical might.
Sorry, I guess I'm just new to this whole magic thing. I don't know. You say you were going to prepare something, and
I mean, it's not like we're gonna drag the body of the beast with us all the way to the town.
right? How long does it take you to prepare something like that?
Overnight, usually.
Oh, okay. So, are we going to stay the night here? Should we set up camp, or should we get going? This is kind of a big ambush place for more things to come.
We could always just burn the body, I suppose, but that doesn't seem quite appropriate.
Yeah, I don't like putting up a big smoke signal either.
If we want to
We
maybe
could bury it.
confirm that your friend is in the body, I guess we can cut it. Well,
Chop it up and dissect it.
this does not sound wonderful, but we could.
My friend disappeared days ago.
Oh,
If not, longer. If she was in fact devoured, I would venture a guess that there would not be much left.
Shelkosh, you said do you have the ritual thing?
I would need to prepare it as well.
Oh, I see.
if it's important, I feel like we could wait till tomorrow and leave first in the morning.
I don't think we have any reason to fear something coming back here. It appears that whatever you did on your way here, their numbers have dwindled, and I don't think the threat is prominent anymore. And if it is, they'll newcomers will likely not want to stay. This appears to be their leader.
Sorry. It is a ritual spell, so I could technically cast it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Give me about 10 minutes and I can have that spell ready.
You need an hour?
that's the casting time of the spell. So 10 minutes to prepare it, and then an hour to cast it.
Okay.
Rayna's gonna kind of start a wide circle around the area anyway, just to kind of once more kind of maybe look for any sort of signs of Arthur, but also mainly to kind of assure there are no threats around. And as he's walking and concentrating, he feels kind of a little bit of an aura within him, and he seems almost hyper aware of everything within a large radius. And I've got primeval awareness, which I basically can sense any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead present within up to 6 miles because it's a favored terrain.
Okay. You sense undead.
Ooh, nice.
Does it give you like a sense of
It
direction?
doesn't give me a location or a number, but it just 6 miles is a wide area, but it's good to.
There are undead within 6 miles of us.
Eventually, I come back and just kind of report. Is like I don't know where I get this feeling, and it's possible that they may be a ways out, but just stay on your guard.
Better yet that we do the ceremony. It can prevent corpses being raised for 7 days or so. I wish I had a more powerful spell to keep that away for longer.
Okay.
I'll help keep watch while you're performing that.
Yeah, I'll
So
assist with that.
as you go about preparing the spell, getting the ritual ready, you channel in what energy Uvamar can grant you, and you focus on those that have fallen here. You imagine that it's many. And as you channel that energy, the ceremony of the funeral rite is performed, and you feel the place rest easier to some degree. But as you are performing this ritual, one thing you guys also notice towards the end is that the body of this creature begins to smolder slightly, and it's almost like it slowly, as the ritual goes on, is evaporating into whatever plane of existence it may have come from. And you can tell that it's a direct result of your spell. But the ritual ends, and peace kind of comes to you guys, and you begin to make ready to head off on whatever other destinations you need to go to. And we will end the session there.
You have been listening to RollFare, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the RollFare team. Copyright 2021 by RollFare LLC. All rights reserved. Visit us online at rollfare.com.